Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the horror show that is the American life. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been sold a ticket to a show that I didn't want to see. And I can only speak for myself, but my ass is getting sore in this seat. Although it is a front row seat, and I can see everything that's going on around me, I'm not so interested in it. You see, none of us chose to be here. I'm alive, and you're alive, but that was not a choice that we made. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of going to sleep every night. It doesn't matter really where I'm sleeping. I'm tired of waking up every morning. I'm tired of this. And I choose to live because that's the choice that we're given. And I choose to go to sleep at night because, again, that's the choice that I'm given, and that's the decision that I make. I determine to remain alive, as does every other individual on the planet who falls asleep and wakes up. Now, I don't know about you, but when I consider a man who falls asleep in a bed that he doesn't necessarily call his own, I would call that man a prisoner. Now, I've become obsessed in recent times with puzzles, and here are a multitude of these Rubik's Cubes all mixed up. Really, they don't make any sense, and I've got all these cubes that I don't get, and I'm trying to understand the combination of colors and shapes, and as you can see, none of it makes any sense. And that's a bit how I feel every day when I wake up and I continue to exist in this world where I had no say in that existence. And I can take the time to understand what I'm doing and to put a little effort into this world, even though I have no real stake or investment in it. I say, well, perhaps it's worth the trouble. Perhaps there's a reason why people continue to choose to contribute to the culture of life. But the culture of life is part and parcel to the culture of death. You cannot separate the two. You cannot separate the two. And anybody who does is an ignorant fool. And so after a little bit of thought, it begins to make a bit more sense. And here you have the solved Rubik's Cube. I'm sorry. But the point, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you turn the lights on, we're still in the dark. We don't know the answers to any of the questions that we ask, and we, at this point in time, do not even know what questions need to be asked. And anybody who thinks they've got it figured out is wrong. Anyone who's ignorant enough to believe that they know the answer to any question, or they know which question needs to be asked, is a fool. And I would like to go home. I would like to go home to the darkness and the comfort and the warmth of oblivion, and yet I'm not allowed to do so, and neither are you. What choice do we have? Death? Not an acceptable way out. It's the coward's way out. And life is the coward's way in. Nobody has chosen to be here. And if you choose to leave, you lose. If you choose to stay, you've improved your chances by about 5%. Maybe you'll succeed in understanding what's happening, but probably not. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you the reality that so many of you refuse to accept. And I don't consider myself a radical thinker or a progressive man. I consider myself a realist. I consider myself to be an analytical person, someone who takes into account all of the information that passes before me, and I'm able to judge and review that very easily and very readily. And not everybody has that capability. I want you to know that once you're alive, the best thing you can do is continue to live and to try to destroy the culture of life. And I want you to know that the worst thing you can do is contribute to that culture of life. Because it's a slavery. It's an imprisonment. To be given the burden of thought and the illusion of free will is a punishment for a crime that none of us actually committed. It is the concept of original sin applied to reality. And I wish that I could apologize to everybody who comes after me. And I wish that I could forgive everybody who came before me, but I cannot. Thank you.